Hello, we're here at the Javits Center for the second day of AI Summit New York, and I'm speaking to Niranjan Thomas, who's general manager of one of the businesses that Dow Jones runs, and it's professional products. Can you talk a little bit more about your work and what is Dow Jones' interest in machine learning?
Yeah, thanks very much, Max. That's a great question. So really what I'm responsible for is, we have a really powerful set of APIs and data feed products across our Factiva, our Newswires, and our risk and compliance product lines. My role is to really make sure that developers who are using those APIs both understand, have a great experience, and are successful in building applications around those APIs and feeds, and that those applications are really powering the most important decisions that they're making within their businesses. So that's my role at Dow Jones. And in terms of AI and machine learning, there's probably two parts to that. So as a data company, right, and as a provider of data, we employ AI and machine learning in the production and the creation of our products, but we also work with customers who they themselves are using artificial intelligence and machine learning with our data. So there's AI in many places, both within our products and also within our customers' environments.
Okay, and you deal with the news information, media information, and a lot of it is unstructured. And just generally, if you walk around the show floor, there's a lot of conversations about unstructured data and the value that hides there. So yeah, what are sort of like the challenges in understanding unstructured data and like getting some value out of it?
Yeah, fantastic. So we have quite a range of data sets, right? So we have highly structured data. So for example, in our risk and compliance business, so we have lists of sanctioned individuals and bad actors, if you like, and they're structured data sets. We also have completely unstructured data, right? So news articles, which we aggregate through our Factiva product, right? Or our Newswires product. And we could consider the underlying articles as unstructured content. But we apply some level of structure to that content as well. So we use machine learning and rules-based encoding to tag and code the content. So our customers can find the companies and the people and the subjects and topics that they're interested in, right? But beyond that, we also are finding more and more as machine learning and artificial intelligence becomes prevalent within our customers' environments, that they themselves want to use machine learning with our data sets. And they want to bring a different level of structure to that data. In some cases, our customers, say for example in the reinsurance space, have very, very domain-specific knowledge that they're looking for within our data. So it might be something very specific to property and casualty or life and health insurance. Now, their ontological models and the structure of what they're looking for is highly specialized, and they use machine learning with our data.
And I'm just sort of like finding out more about MLOps. It's sort of like a new discipline, like how do you manage basically machine learning? Because if you have one model or you're doing a proof of concept, you're probably going to be fine, right? But if you have hundreds of models, thousands of models, then it becomes difficult. So how important is this move towards kind of standardization and towards operationalization of these workloads essentially?
Sure. So I think if you go back to the kind of fundamental premise of machine learning, right? So we're moving from a world where software is developed in a way where you explicitly give the machine all of the instructions in terms of what to do, to a world where you give the machine some of the instructions or no instructions at all, and the machine learns from the data, be it unstructured or otherwise. Okay, so there's two parts of that. One is, how do you create discipline and certainty in that world where the machine is making decisions? And then not only do you create discipline and structure in that, but then how do you scale that as you described, right? So those are two really important questions. And it covers a number of different areas. So operationalization considers things like the skill sets and capabilities within an organization. It considers some of the processes, right? And the disciplines to ensure that there's no inherent bias in some of the decisions that the machines are making. And also right through to governance. So there are clearly some broader considerations around the decisions that machines are making. So things like ethical considerations, avoiding bias, right? And I think and it's about really putting all three together when we talk about operationalization: people, process, and the right governance.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then you've participated in several panels, sort of like over these 2 days. So what are perhaps like the sort of like the most interesting outtakes or key points that you've seen people talk about?
Yeah, sure. So I think we're really moving beyond the technology in and of itself. What we're really focusing on now as an industry and as a broader ecosystem is really the really exciting business challenges that we can solve together, right? I mean, I am always amazed at some of the amazing applications of Dow Jones data by a lot of our customers. I gave you an example before of a reinsurer using unstructured news content from our Factiva, or semi-structured news content from our Factiva database to use machine machine learning and artificial intelligence to better understand some of the risks that they may face as a reinsurer. We've got, in the trading space, we've got clients that are executing trades using our Newswires product, all right, and there's increasing sophistication in the models that they're building. Those clients are able to bring in more diverse data sets to augment the news, and they're correlating the news with many, many other unstructured forms of data as well, such as satellite imagery and other forms of alternative data. Right through to our risk and compliance business, right? So companies that are making a decision on who they want to do business with or not do business with, based on their own internal risk frameworks or the regulatory environment in which they operate. The applications are absolutely astounding right across the Dow Jones professional business.
Okay, and it's a professional business, but what about, for example, social media? So is this something you're looking at right now, or is this something you might consider in the future?
So from a social media perspective, in the past we have looked and we are constantly evaluating the data sets that we bring into our products, whether that be Newswires, Factiva or Risk and Compliance. So we're always on the hunt as a data business to identify new and value-added data sets for our customers. But we also recognize that customers have their own choices around data that they're making all the time. First-party data that may exist in their environment, or data that they may have procured independently of Dow Jones, right? And what's really important for us is twofold. Do we have the right data sets available in our products through our feeds, our APIs, or our user experiences, our mobile apps, etc. But we also consider, are we making it really easy for customers to link their data to our data? So it's one of the topics that's come up today and yesterday as well around the process of data science, cleansing and scrubbing data and linking data. It's just hard work and it's not getting any easier. So what we are always on the hunt to do is make sure that we are the easiest data set to work with, and we remove a lot of the pain points and we provide high quality data to our customers. Whether we provide the data ourselves or we make it easy to link our data to the other data sets, that's a real priority for us.
Okay, so essentially, social media can be added to the pot.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, let's see if it becomes sort of more critical in terms of impact on actual financial decisions. But thanks, Niranjan. This has been very interesting, educational, and I hope you enjoyed the show.
Thank you very much, Max. Thanks for your time.